What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? As always, welcome to Ray Seanology. As we go through these technical changes and difficulties, I know there's a lot going on, but as we go through them, we will power through. I wanted to talk about Slamiversary. But first things first, after listening to, first of all, Don DeMarco for Slamiversary. Don DeMarco for Slammiversary. But after watching the Seth Rollins stuff again and seeing how it all went down and seeing how it all transpired, I am definitely thinking that this was a work. There were reports that some very, very, very credible sources found out that they were to watch out for an injury angle. And I'm like, oh, okay. And now seeing how it went, they didn't throw up the X. They didn't do none of that. I think it's in the middle. I think Seth is actually hurt and they're just maybe he needs some time off and they tried to write him off and here you go. Um, because he can't work like he wants to. I think that's part of it. The other part of it is I think they have plans for him to screw Mr. Phil Brooks. So he's gonna screw Mr. Punk, and that's gonna be all she wrote because he's definitely fitting the screw CM Punk because he said you will never ever be champion again while I have breath in my body. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's definitely coming for sure. We got a little bit of the suntan thing going on. Let's make it. There you go. Got the suntan thing going on. Now we got the the white light. But Slammiversary, I want to talk about it. Let's talk about the main event. Main event, didn't like it. I didn't like the main event. Well, let me scratch that. I liked the main event. I didn't like how the main event ended. I was just kind of like, come on, y'all. We did all this, and that's how we end this shit. We did all this. Mr. Trick whooped that trick himself. Mike Santana, Joe Hendry, and Mike Santana is about to win, and Trick Williams comes and steals the pin. I mean, damn, they could have had it better than that. Slammiversary, your biggest show of the year. They have never had a crowd over double digits. I think this crowd was very, very, very close to 10,000, or they had very, very close to 8,000 tickets sold. So they were right there. The crowd was up. New York, I believe UBS Arenas in Queens. Everybody was lively. It was dope. I don't understand why they ended that way. I mean, even if Trick was going to win and he wasn't going to actually get the title for a little while, why the hell you end this shit like this? You could did they could have did better. They could have did better. I just didn't like the ending. He just threw him out and pinned him. Like, but what I will say is they did Joe Hendry the same way last year. Joe Hendry was wide hot, got caught fire, went viral, and what happened? He lost. Went to the next one, he lost. Then he finally won in January. So they're lucky he was still like popular. And then obviously he went on to go to WrestleMania, and that did big things for TNA, for him himself. And at the end of the day, you can't. The TNA champion had a match on WrestleMania. 4 minutes. Who gives a shit? But how many eyeballs saw that, and how many people knew who he was? Can't take that away from him. And this partnership is working wonders for TNA. I'm telling you. But that is the only thing I didn't like about the main event. At the end of the day, two people wrestled, one got thrown out. Two people wrestled, one got thrown out. The faking of the knee injury, they didn't need to do that. They could have just I mean, if he was going to win anyway, they could have just had Trick like get taken out for a very long time or something. I don't know, but I was pulling for Santana. Listen, I am from El Bronx, all right. So you ain't gonna, you ain't gonna sit up here and tell me to root for anyone else other than the guy from the Bronx. Shout out to my all my Puerto Rican brothers and sisters. But yeah, man, I'm pulling for Santana, man. Santana, I wanted him to win that title in the X, but he didn't. But I hope the next event he wins that title. Don't push the shit until January. F all that. Have him win the title as soon as the next pay per view. What is it? Bound for Glory. Next pay per view, him and Mr. Trick, and he wins. That's how I would do it. Shout out to this crowd because I kind of mad at myself because I did want to go to this show. I did. I thought about it, but I'm doing too much thinking. Yeah, I'm spitting all on the mic. Jesus. Sorry about that. I'm doing too much thinking. What I should have did is just pulled the goddamn trigger and went, but I effed up. That's my fault. And I didn't get to see the show live because of it. But it would have been, great to see the roof blow off that place. But Santana, I believe he's winning it Bound for Glory. Him versus Trick. Let's get him out of here. Hardys win the tag team titles again. Matt and Jeff win the tag team titles again. And Bully Ray came out and said, Hardy Boys, Dudley Boys, one more time. So we had no Devon on this show. But they beat First Class, the Nemeths, and the Rascals. And the Nemeths got hit with stereo twist of fates with the chairs around their necks. And Jeff climbed up and did it. Jeff's crazy ass hit a swanton onto, I want to say 2 ladders onto 2 people. Crazy bastard. But there was that, and that was dope. AJ Styles had a very, very short promo. Crowd was like, one more match. He was like, oh, we'll get to that. So hopefully AJ Styles, Mr. TNA himself, does have at least one more match in TNA. I mean, now that they have this partnership, they got NXT people on there. Why the hell you can't have AJ Styles on there? Come on. Let's get it together, y'all. My favorite match of the night, Moose versus Leon Slater. Leon Slater, very, very young brother. I believe he hails from the UK, if I'm not mistaken. And he fought Moose in a very good match, hit a twist of fate, and then he hit a 450 twist of fate. You hear me? He hit a swanton bomb, and then he hit a 450 swanton bomb. I'm like, Moose kind of rolled over, and he just did a swanton bomb from further away. And then he did is that a 450 swanton? Because he jumped forward, and then he kind of flipped. He kind of kept going. So I was like, the rotation was great. But they had themselves a awesome back and forth. Looking forward to seeing it now. Listen, I'm not a regular watcher of TNA. I don't watch it all the time. I do watch the big shows. I do know about Moose and some of the other people that's there. I think Moose had a match with Kenny Omega too, not too long ago, a couple years ago. So I do watch TNA, like the main pay-per-views. I watch those. I'll look in on TNA if something big happens. But I'm very interested to see this kid because this kid is nice, man. this kid got some hops to him. He's doing all this flippy stuff. Said his mentor was Jeff Hardy. I'm learning stuff about him. I'm like, I like this Leon Slater. This guy's dope. So looking forward to seeing more of him. JC Jane retains the TNA knockouts. Oh, retained, my bad. JC Jane wins the TNA knockouts championship. So now she is JC 2 belts. She has the NXT women's belt and the knockouts women's belt. And I was kind of shocked. I didn't expect her, Masha Slamovich. A gnarly name that is. I didn't expect her to win. And I didn't expect Trick to win. So it's like, TNA, we're not gonna throw them any bones tonight. You get nothing. You get nothing and like it. It sucks, but it is what it is. So I'm looking forward to JC Jane losing that title, and then I'm looking forward to one of those ladies getting that TNA women's title back. Uh, we also had a Tessa sighting on this show. Tessa Blanchard and Indy Hartwell. Indy gets the win here, but what I will say is it's good to see Tessa on TV. Listen, at the end of the day, she fucked up, but what I will say is the US is the home of second chances, and separating the in-ring ability from the person and what the person did. Very good in the ring, very good at what she does, and this was a good match. Excuse me, good match from Indy, good match by Tessa. I see they put somebody with her. She came out with some lady. Now, like I said, I don't watch TNA like that, but she came out with some black lady. I said, "Oh, I see what you tried to do there. I see what you tried to do there. It looks like the chick is black. I'm not sure if she is or not, but whatever." Victoria Crawford. I don't know who Victoria Crawford is. I don't know if she's mixed. Whatever she is, she looks like she's a woman of color. So I see what you're doing there. But listen, this is probably going to follow her around for as long as she wrestles. Crowd is chanting she's a racist and all of that. But listen, you reap what you sow. You got to hold that L. That's an L. So she's going to have to hold that one down. And I think that's going to keep her out of WWE, maybe not anywhere else, but that stigma following you around is not good. But they had a good match, so I ain't mad at it. And then afterwards, there was a post-match beatdown. Now, I do want to talk about, we do had the System and Matt Cardona versus Dark State. The System gets the win. But I do want to talk about Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali. This was a very, very good opener to the match. I know we had more matches, but I ain't going over those. But this was a very good opener to the match. Excuse me. Mustafa Ali gets the win in a very creative way. This lady that Mustafa came out with. Now, Mustafa came out with the order, but Tasha, she took a very, very good lumbar check. She just got thrown up and boom, bounced off this man's knees. And before he could even get up, he got hit with a 450 splash and lost. So it was very cool to see, just because it's like whenever women get involved, I'm just like, the crowd is like, hit her, hit her. It's like when this chick took the buckshot lariat, where Hangman was like, "You're not gonna give me the match? You think I can't do it? Buckshot lariat right onto homegirl." This is the same way. It's like the crowd is like, "Man, just powerbomb my ass, something." And we used to see this all the time back in the late '90s, early 2000s, Attitude Era. We used to see this all the time. Even the older ladies of wrestling were getting put through tables by the Dudley Boys and all this shit. So it's like bloodlust with the crowd. And she took this lumbar check. She just boom, stuff. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. I did like the ending to this match. This was awesome. So, all in all, I thought this was great. Great pay per view, good show, entertaining. I'm all for it. Maybe I need to start watching some more TNA. So, Bound for Glory, I definitely will be watching. And I'm pulling for Mike Santana because I'm from the Bronx. So, let's keep it going. That's all I got for y'all. Excuse the freaking logo in the corner. We're going to get this all sorted out this week. As always, I'm out. Be safe. Peace.